Hey up guys, and welcome back to Harrogate. I've returned today to my hometown once again in North Yorkshire to do another video on this fantastic spa town on this glorious sunny day. It's really lovely today. I'm actually heading to the first pub as we speak, called the Tap on Tower Street, to hopefully meet with Paul, my dad, and maybe a Harrogate camera member or two to have a look at some more pubs, 6 or 7 more pubs in this town, and even check out a place that's newly opened, so stay tuned for that. But I'm walking along what you see now is called the Stray, which is basically 200 acres of grassy parkland that surround the town centre here in Harrogate. And not only does this lovely green space provide an open and green feel to the town, but it also is open to the public to use for stuff like ball games and kite flying and dog walking, which creates a great little community feel. And it's even nice to just chill out here on a sunny afternoon, as you can maybe see in the background some people are doing now. But it actually has an interesting history. So the Stray was originally built in, I believe, 1778 to connect all the various springs here in Harrogate, because by the end of the 16th century loads of springs had been discovered in the town. Over the years the Stray's had a lot of uses, ranging from raising livestock to hosting fairs and circuses and festivals and shows, and even in World War II to growing wheat and being used as allotments to help with the food effort during the war. It's even protected by an Act of Parliament to make sure that it's never reduced in size, so it can be moved about or changed slightly, but it can't be reduced. So say if they were to expand this road along here and remove a strip of the Stray, they would have to add that equivalent space elsewhere to make up for it, which ensures the locals here in the town always have this green space open and accessible to them. But yeah, we're here today to pop over to Tap on Tower Street to go to some more pubs in the area and hopefully find some decent English beers. And I'm hoping for some nice refreshing crisp pails and stuff like that today, given it's so warm. So yeah, let's have a wander. Right, here we go, coming up to the first pub now, called the Tap on Tower Street. And this pub actually holds a special place in my heart, and I'm sure it does Liam and Nick, who you sometimes see on the channel as well, because this was our regular pub. Back then it was called the Tap and Spile, and we spent many an hour in here playing pool, talking rubbish and drinking beer. So I'm excited to see what it's like nowadays. It's changed hands obviously, and yeah, hopefully it's not changed too much on the inside, but let's have a look in, see what we're dealing with. I can get a drink, I'm gasping. Hey up.
What's the name, man?
You alright?
Yes, hello.
How are you doing?
Good, you?
I imagined you'd have like a rucksack on your back and...
No, I usually do have a rucksack, but I'm doing my best to go light today. What have we got? Yeah, so I might have to get a babyface assassin first drink of the day. Yeah.
And what about the Montpellier maybe? If you didn't want to do cold brewing.
Cheers. I don't think I've ever been in the Montpellier, to tell you the truth.
Traditional one.
I don't think I've ever been in.
Yeah. Thank you.
Right, yeah, so we're here in the Tap on Tower Street, formerly the Tap and Spile, to have a pint of Rooster's Baby-Faced Assassin, which is a 6.1% IPA, and it was $5.70 a pint in here, so not too bad actually. I am a big fan of this beer, so I've had it before, but I'm looking forward to having it again. And a big thank you to Rowlux Illusion, one of my channel members, for getting this round in. Really appreciate that one, mate. And yeah, if you want to fancy helping me out and getting a beer in, then links in the description below. But anyway, enough yakking, I'm gasping, so let's try this beer. Yeah, it's just fantastic. It's really rich. It is hoppy, but it's not like soapy, super grapefruity, but it is actually grapefruity. It's not super soapy, I suppose is the word, but it's very malty as well, and it's just got a great body, got a great character, and it's complex. Yeah, it's not just like a one-trick pony. It's always been a beer I've enjoyed, and yeah, cheers.
And been drinking the
Yeah, so that was the Tap on Tower Street, my old regular pub from back when I was sort of 18, 19 years old. Like I say, we spent many an hours playing pool in there, and yeah, back in the day it was run by Roger and his pub dog Molly, and it was just a fantastic cosy little spot. Still a great place now, but I think it's just missing what I remember about it, just a little something. I'm not quite sure what it is, but still worth a visit if you're in Harrogate. And I believe it's good beer guide, but don't quote me on that because I haven't checked all these pubs today. Yeah, anyway, we're heading down the Stray now onto the next pub, which is called the Alexandra, or the Alex as locals refer to it. And it was actually back in my dad's teenage years, this was one of his regular pubs. So yeah, we're doing a bit of a trip down memory lane today. Anyway, yeah, let's have a wander. Oh, and PS, Coach and Horses, this pub here, that's also a decent boozer, but we're not going to pop in there today. We've got 7 pubs as it is, so already pushing it. Yes. Yeah, so we're getting close to the Alex now, and I just want to preface going in by saying it's not a pub I really know much at all about. I have been in once, but I'll be perfectly honest with you, it was at the end of our end of 6th form prom. So like when we were 18, we just finished school and we all went out for a few drinks and ended up in here, and I don't really remember it. So this is basically going to be like a new pub for me, even though I grew up in Harrogate. It's a fantastic building from the outside though. Been past it many a time. And yeah, we'll have a look in, see what beers they've got on. I've been advised they have 12 hand pumps, but usually they're not all serving beer. So I don't know how many beers they're going to have on to choose from or anything like that. But yeah, we'll see. Should be good. Yeah, let's get a pint. Ooh. I'll do a half of the Leeds Pale, I think, please. Right, so we've popped outside of the Alex because the music is blasting in there, so I think I'll get copyrighted if I try and film this inside. But yeah, I've gone for a half of the Leeds Pale. We're going to give it a go, see what it's like in here. It's usually a very nice drink, so we'll see. Yeah, alright actually, perfectly pleasant. Maybe has a slight twang to it at the end actually there. Something not 100% right with that, but for the sake of a half I'm not going to bother taking it back. I'll be finished with it before you know it. Cheers. Yeah, it's not horrendous, but there's definitely a little, don't know if I've caught the end of the beer that was in the pipes or something like that. Just a slight sour twang right at the finish. Cheers. Yeah, so that behind me was the Alexandra, or the Alex as the locals call it. Now, firstly, positives, it was an absolutely gorgeous pub on the inside. The staff were really friendly. We had a quick chat with the manager, he was really nice and friendly as well. Things that let it down a little bit were, one, the music was blasting really loud. So again, I don't know what you'll see of the early parts of the video because it was so loud in there. And two, they had 16 hand pulls on and only 4 beers to choose from, which I don't mind only having 4 beers to choose from, it's not an issue, but the beers were a little bit boring, and the beers that we did have were a bit they weren't off by any means, but it was like we were having the first pint out of the lines from the evening before. So yeah, it is what it is, I suppose, but it was a bit of a mixed bag in that one. So I'd still maybe pop in if you've not been in and have a look, because they do have a lot of interesting like history on the walls and stuff like that, and again it's really worth a look in. But it was just a shame about the beer and the music being really loud. It was just generic pop music, stuff like that, you know, so it is what it is, like I said. But anyway, we're on now towards Major Tom's, one of the early, I suppose, craft beer type venues here in Harrogate. I remember it being it opening up when I still lived here, like 12 years ago, 13 years ago. So it has been around a while, so it'd be interesting to go in and have a look, because I've only been in a handful of times. But first we're going to nip to Starling, a pub I showed you on the previous Harrogate video, so go watch that if you've not already. But we're just going to pop in and arrange a meeting for the Society of Preservation for Beers from the Wood while we're here. So yeah, anyway.
Right, so this Saturday's the correct, right?
Make some pictures and for you already have, right?
Yeah.
Right, yeah, we just booked our meeting in for July in Starling, and now we're going to head to Major Tom's, which yeah, I'm excited about actually, because I've not been in for a long while, but I used to enjoy it in there many years ago. So yeah, let's see what beers they got on, see what it's all about, and hopefully get a decent beer, especially after the last one that was a bit not quite right. Anyway, yeah, let's have a look. Is Monty's still down here?
Yes.
It is, oh, very good.
Log in
Can we get
online.
back or log in?
Sun's so bright I can't see what I'm filming. Just have to hope it's alright. So yeah, as you can see, downstairs you've got like a vintage retro mainly clothes shop, and then upstairs you've got the bar. It's a really cool space, this. Cheers. Which one? That's oh, the half. They were just they weren't for him specifically. They were just to give out. You know what I mean?
Tall table?
Yeah, that's me. Tall table. Right, I'm here in Major Tom's with the astronaut, full-size astronaut statue. I don't know what it is. It's just this pub's full of random stuff like that. It's a very eclectic place, that's for sure. But I've gone for a half of the Pennine. I nearly forgot them. The Pennine Brewery, the Golden Ale. So let's give it a go. And Roland, the camera member that was in the first pub, he said, "Oh, get a taster of that before you have it because it's a bit odd." But I've just gone for a half. I've not got a taster. Unfortunately, it's in one of these funny stemmed glasses, which I'm not a big fan of. But yeah, let's give it a go. Perfectly pleasant. I don't know what he meant by that, whether he had a funny pint of it or what, but there's nothing unusual about it at all. It's just a flavourful malty golden ale with very caramelly note and a slight nuttiness to it as well. It's very pleasant. Easy drinking. I could have got a pint of that and drank it very quickly. Pennine Brewery always do a good job, so I'm not surprised, but yeah, fantastic beer. Cheers. Yeah, that behind me was Major Tom's Social Cafe Bar, if you want to give it its full name. Everyone just calls it Major Tom's. So yeah, fantastic spot. I really like it in there, and I've heard that the pizzas in there are top notch. I've never had one, but I know a lot of people that have had them, and a lot of people rate it as the best pizza spot in Harrogate. It's in a bit of a competition with Starling, the pub on the first video, for best pizzas, but yeah, they do. I saw someone getting one in there and they look absolutely fantastic, so definitely a place worth visiting. We're heading now back on ourselves a little bit to go down Montpellier Hill and visit Blues Bar, which is a very famous staple of Harrogate, music pub. So yeah, let's check it out, see what beers they got on.
I do, yeah. There's another one at the bottom.
The new supermarket.
I do. I do, but I've lived down here for so long now.
Yeah, I'll have the same half of, please.
Pint and a half of that, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's
On,
the good news in
Big Pro, was it?
No, not the
No,
big one.
that's bloody problem shutting down this. Thank you.
Okay.
This has done really well, hasn't it? It's some competition as the Yorkshire best. What was it? Yeah. I'm sure it won best for it. Yeah.
Right, sorry, take two. This didn't record last time, but yeah, we're here, sat up in the top corner of the Blues Bar, and honestly, not only have I never sat up here before, I don't think I've ever sat down in this pub before because it's always been so busy. And we've just been talking about why it's so quiet today in Harrogate, because normally sunny Friday afternoon you'd expect all the pubs to be rammed, but they're all pretty quiet. And we think it might have something to do with the fact that York races are on today, so they've siphoned a lot of the Harrogate drinking crowd out to York for a few beers. But it works for us because it's a lot more chilled out and relaxed pub crawl today for us, so happy about that. And I've gone for a half of the Roosters Yorkshire Bitter, which, as you can see, I've already tried because, yeah, this video didn't record last time. Luckily, I caught it. But well, yeah, we're going to give this one a go. and recently this actually won Bitter of the Festival, we think, at Kirkstall's Great Exhibition of Ales, their big sort of traditional beer festival. So yeah, let's give this one a go. Yeah, it is absolutely fantastic. I can see why people were fond of it. It's sort of backwards to a lot of bitters where the initial hit is very bitter and then it mellows out as it goes on. It's got this lovely nutty honey character to it almost, and a flavour as well that I can't quite put my finger on, but is very nice. A very easy drinking bitter, and perfect for a slightly warmer day if you still want your bitters rather than a pale ale. Very much recommend that, and I believe as well it's gluten free. I'll double check when we have a look at the pump clips later, but yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a gluten free, so anyone out there who's celiac can taste it as well. So cheers. Yeah, so that was the Blues Bar, just an institution here in Harrogate is the Blues Bar, and we're going to nip into a pub called the Montpellier to have a look, which in all the years I've lived here in Harrogate I've honestly never been in before, so let's go check it out. Gotta have it once. Okay, so here we are outside the Montpellier, and of course when it's on I've gone for a pint of the Old Peculiar beer. I've had a few times before on the channel, but a firm favourite here in Yorkshire and in the wider country actually. It's a very well known beer. I've even had it as far down south as Oxford, so yeah, let's give it a go here, see if it holds up to the quality that is usual of Old Peculiar. Yeah, it's fantastic, always is. Got that lovely sweetness to it that Old Peculiar has, whilst retaining its sort of roasted malt character, and it's just so easy drinking considering it's over 5%. It is really a dangerous beer. Yeah, always a great choice. Cheers. Yeah, so that was the Montpellier, and let me say, I was incredibly pleasantly surprised by that. I don't know how I've never been in that pub before, but it was fantastic. Some great beers on, great atmosphere. The staff were just really friendly and really welcoming, and just jovial, and it was a great time in there, and the beer was absolutely perfect, spot on. I just couldn't fault that pub whatsoever, so it's probably so far my pub of the day today, which I'm always love to find a new pub that I really like, but honestly I feel a bit bad that I've never been in before. But yeah, now we're off to the pub that we sort of came out to Harrogate today to check out. It was once called the Was it the Old Bell Tavern?
Old Bell Tavern.
Yeah, the Old Bell Tavern. And I'd only ever been in it once or twice when it was the Old Bell Tavern. But now it's been taken over by Harrogate Brewing, and they've made it into sort of like their brewery tap, and they've done it all up inside, and apparently it's very good. So yeah, we'll go and check it out, hopefully get a really good Harrogate Brewing beer, and yeah, see what it's all about nowadays. So.
Oh, it smells all very fresh, very yeah, new paint smell. So, get the glasses on, unfortunately. What am I going to get? I'll get a pint of mid-mild, please.
Anything else at all?
Yeah, I'm just still choosing.
What do you usually go for?
Usually a dark beer, but I've had mid-mild before, so I'm tempted to try the bitter.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think I'll go for a pint of the bitter. Bless you. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Let's let me know what you think.
I will do, yeah. What do you want to do? You go down the side?
So eventually.
Right, yeah, so we found a nice little quiet spot in this new Harrogate Brewing, I suppose it's tap room. They don't seem to have a name on the front other than Harrogate Brew Co. But yeah, it's so fresh and new that you can still smell the paint. That's how brand new this spot is. It's a little bit bare on the walls, but I'm thinking that might just because it's only just opened basically. But I've gone for a pint of the Harrogate Best. They're bitter, and I'm spilling it, trying to show you on the camera. Nice glasses actually, but yeah, let's give this one a go. They had the mild on as well, but I've had their mild a couple of times, so I thought I'd go for the bitter, just to try a new one. Let's give it a go. I've spilled it again, God. It's horrendous. Oh yeah, it's very light, very refreshing, very easy drinking. Maybe a touch cold for cask ale actually, but I could have just necked that as a pint. It's very, very light, but nice bitter finish. And it's got a flavour I recognise, but I can't put my finger on it again. So yeah, very much a recommended beer, as I always find with the Harrogate Brewing beers. To be honest with you, they're always really nice. But yeah, cheers, and hope you enjoy the look around the new Harrogate Brewery pub, whatever it's called. Cheers. Cheers, man. Thank you. So there we go. That was the new Harrogate Brewing Co. tap room, which, looking at it, I think they've just called Royal Parade. Yeah, like I said, Hales Bar is lit with old school gas lights, which I don't think there's many pubs left in the country that have that. It's a bit unique to Hales Bar. I'm sure not totally unique, but it's very rare nowadays. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna have a look in. It's got to be, hasn't it? Pint of Bass.
You having
the same? Yeah.
You're having lots, please, yeah. No doubt. Oh, there's roosters on.
The Roosters is brewed just down the road. Draft a local. That one on the end there. I've never had Hales Pale, to be fair.
It's just
I don't know if it's a rebadge or what.
It's just a rebadge.
What's the stunt then?
It's a golden. It's 4.3.
So what was the tap used for?
So it used to be a water tap for whiskey drinking. So as a bartender, there's nothing quite as scary as being asked to put some water and enough whiskey. You could put too little and it'd be not enough, and then you add a little bit more and it's ruined another whiskey. It used to be hooked up to like a tube going down into a bucket under the bar. It used to suck up. It doesn't work anymore, but I wish it did.
See the filament? Yeah. See the big one? That way, So, last pub of the day, and they had bass on tap, so you guys know by now I've gone for bass. If I see bass, I get bass, and I've said that multiple times before on this channel. I think this is the third time on video I've had it, so it's not too many, but yeah, I just love it. I mean, some people say it's a shadow of its former self, and they say it's rubbish now compared to what it was, but I don't know what it was like in the 60s or 70s or 80s. I wasn't even born then, so I just got my own flavour profile to go by, and I might be missing out on the beers of the past, but I just think it's a fantastic beer to this day, so I'm gonna get it. Cheers. Look at it, it's just crystal clear. It's a golden chestnut colour with an absolutely bright white head. It's just always a fantastic beer, so cheers, let's give it a go. It's an absolute beauty. This might actually be the best pint of Bass I've had on the channel. It's absolutely perfect. It's got that nutty character, that sort of sweetness that hits the side of your tongue. It's rich, it's complex, it's easy drinking, and it's warming. Like, I know it's a summer's day, but it would suit sitting in front of a fire and just having a pint of it whilst you were reading a book or the paper or something like that. It's just a homely beer to me, and I've always loved it, and I always will. Cheers. Give it one more go. Oh yeah, absolute beauty. Right, yeah, that was the last pub of the day, Hales Bar, and let me tell you, in my opinion, it's gone really windy now. I don't know what's happened in the last like half an hour while we've been in there, but blimey. Yeah, that was probably my pub of the day, to be honest with you. It was just absolutely fantastic all around. The lady that served us was just the most friendly barmaid we've had all day. We had a fantastic pint of Bass. It was absolutely perfectly kept. Just, yeah, probably the best pint of Bass I've had on the channel, and one of the best I've had ever. And just as we were leaving, some random bloke brought it back and said, oh, there's no defining characteristic, so I'm not drinking it. Like, what on earth does that mean? It was an absolutely fantastic beer. But yeah, 100%, if you're in Harrogate, you got to check out Hales Bar. Most historic pub probably in Harrogate that's left, and great service, great beer, great atmosphere, just a great pub to finish on basically. And so yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please do leave a like and a subscribe, and comment and let me know what pub you thought looked the best from the camera, because it's always interesting to see how it translates to footage and what people think is the best looking at the video. And yeah, like I said, my pub of the day, Hales Bar. The Harrogate Brewing was really good, a little bit bare maybe on the walls, like it's just been opened, but hopefully that'll improve over time. So check it out when you're here and see if it's any better than when we came in and had a look. And yeah, remember, support your local pub. Cheers, see you in the next one.